Good morning and welcome to today's on 9th July, Thursday 9th July 2026, pre-land and breakdown. So today I haven't done any breakdown since the weekly breakdown was out. So yeah, this is now my focus into today and probably tomorrow. So yeah. Start from Euro USD. This is on the daily time frame. Let's see. So daily time frame adjusted my swing. So currently this is my swing still bearish. Internal is this small structure to be my internal. So my internal still pretty bearish. This by being my swing, my strong internal. Sorry, and this is my weak internal. So I've been following the internal structure, and currently you can see price has been having we've been having a pullback into the internal structure and tap into a supply zone. So it's a daily supply zone. It's there. No, I didn't have any leg in this one. I was expecting it to be violated. At least we have a pullback to the extreme zone, but looks like it will not be happening. And yeah, the zone is holding price. We had that first rejection, second rejection, a lot of rejection inside the zone, but yeah, the zone is still holding price. So I'm expecting the bearish momentum to continue at least now to target the week internal. On the 4H, I adjusted my swing to this zone, so my swing is bearish. Internal is bullish. After this internal break of structure here, we had that pullback. I didn't wait for that high to go to confirm now the internal shifting bullish for the pullback, but I kept close watch on this developing PA. You see, this is quite a lot of PA now to consider my internal structure. So after this grab of liquidity and break of that high, I consider that now my internal. So internal is bullish, facilitating that pullback. Apparently, we can see price has pulled back into this area of demand. And what's new today? So price is within this area of demand. We have all of these buy side liquidity to target, and yeah. For me, I want to see this bullish order flow continue. That's pullback extreme, targeting that, watching this area, and probably that area for the swing pullback before we could have now the continuation. So as per the moment, you can see we haven't had after the pullback. Yeah, we haven't confirmed now 4H choke, at least to siphon that the order flow is now shifting bullish. So yeah, at least I want to see that order flow shifting bullish. Then yeah, we'll be watching that on M15 to see what's happening. So on M15, adjusted my swing to this recent price action. You can see my swing is bullish, internal is bearish. We've been having that bearish pullback, the swing pullback until now inside this 4H zone. I think price did mitigate some refined F15 zone. Yeah, there's a demand around there. Then after that, you can see price shifted now bullish. You can see this was my internal last bearish break of structure, pullback, another break of structure to the downside. Then now for that pullback, it was very aggressive, ended breaking and closing above that previous strong internal high. So making now the internal to shift bullish. So internal shifting bullish is one of the signs that the internal pullback is finished, and now we are expecting the swing pro trend to continue. So this is one of the zones that I'm interested to take longs from. It's the extreme So this is now one of the zone. Okay. We have this buy side liquidity to target Asian high is there. This previous high is there. Yeah. Previous high is there. All of this has been now violated. So yeah. At least if I get a clear pullback into this zone, then after clear zone from during the session, I'll be willing now to get buy there to target all of that buy side liquidity. That will be very, very high probability. So also price doesn't need to tap into completely the refined zone, but you can see all of this range is now the demand range. So we'll be watching what price will be doing inside that range. If we get now to have this clear freshly formed POI, I'll look to get involved in long to target definitely this buy side liquidity and all of that. Yeah, and definitely you can hold now to target now the week swing. Yeah, because now that's the imminent target because we pull back to extreme, internal now shifting bullish. So the next target is to target the week swing. Then on gold, gold also you can see we are having same scenario. Let's see. So on gold, this is my on daily time frame. This is now my last swing break of structure here, bearish break of structure. We've been having that internal continuation. You see internal had a bearish boss, I boss to the downside. We had that pullback tapping into supply. Then we are now having that pullback, the liquidation, change of character, pullback. Then now we are back into demand. So it's still we're still having a fight between the bulls and the buys. Like the confluence is not that clear since you can see we are coming off supply zone. Then we are having this bearish momentum heavily into the zone. Then we are tapping into now the demand range, sweeping some liquidity. You can see this low was swept, and that's on the 4H. The low was swept there. Then immediately the low was swept. We had now a change of character here. You can see that. Not very clear on the 4H, but we did have a change of character there. So that's signifying that this area of demand here is now being respected. We are having now the push to have that continuation now to target the weak internal structure. So not very clear on the 4H, but you can see now on the M15. So on the M15 you can see we had that sweep of that low, then immediately internal structure shifted bullish. So the moment we had that bullish internal structure, what do we expect? For me, I'm expecting now to follow the internal structure now to complete the bias of the swing structure, because internal structure ends up delivering now the swing structure objective. So this is one of the area I'm expecting for price to pull back to. I'm interested in longs. You can see these are relatively equal highs there to target. This pullback didn't quite tap into even the 4H range. I'll be interested in long if we have that pullback, then into the session we have that clear change of character there, fresh POI to buy from, aligning now. This is now internal is bullish. We are coming off 4H zone. and now I want to buy there to target this weak internal and the buy side liquidity lying there. But if we continue having a strong bearish momentum to the downside, I'll consider this as now a liquidity grab, change of character, and now bearish momentum continuing to target that low. So yeah, the bias is not quite clear. We are having a convicting bias because we are coming off supply here, you can see, and we've been respecting supply for quite some time, and now we are tapping into demand zone. Now I don't know what to expect. Maybe the demand will give us now the push to high to target now the weak swing, or maybe demand is just a reaction before we could have now continuation to target now the 4H weak low. So we wait for something clear into the session to form before we can get involved. On GBP USD, starting very fast on now the daily time frame, you can see swing is still bullish. Swing is bullish. We've been having that pullback, and now we had that strong liquidation, tap into demand, and now we are having that aggressive pullback on the internal structure. So we had the pullback into the zone. Internal is bearish, pullback tapping into this area of supply. Yesterday we had a fake break liquidation, not very clear here, but you can see on the 4H we had this was mapping my internal very aggressive. So this was my internal break of structure to the upside. We had now that pullback giving us a clear order flow shift, then aggressive push to the upside, giving that fake break liquidation into the zone. So after having a fake break liquidation into the zone, at least we are to consider this a liquidation. We need to see order flow now shifting bearish to consider that liquidation, and now to target this weak swing low. And also with that liquidation, can see a clear demand zone was found there. That's now the refined candle. It can be a zone of high probability. Not very clear on 4H, but you can see on M15 swing is now bullish, internal is now bullish. This is now the last internal break of structure, this being the strong internal. I'm waiting for at least pullback into the zone before we could continue. So for that, where are we continuing to? If we have that build up grab of buy side liquidity into the session and a clear shift, I'll target now the sell side liquidity. If we have the pullback into the zone, grabbing sell side liquidity first, then I'll target the buy side liquidity. So I'll be waiting for more clear confluence into the session open and waiting for clear price objective to be confirmed. As per yet, from Monday to yesterday, Wednesday, we confirm now the pullback has been done, and now for today and tomorrow, I'm expecting now for now continuation of now the swing pro trend, because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday delivered now the pullback phase, so we might see a continuation today. So I'll be updating price on the free Telegram channel and updating what I'm expecting. So yeah, see you into the session. Bye bye.